Appreciate you. Okay, so look. Credit restoration in today's economy with expert Toran L. Check it out. We are going to stream. We're going to go past the cutoff for the show. So I suggest that you call in 563-999-3625 before it's too late. So what I'm going to do is, without further ado, I'm going to bring in the brother. You know what I'm saying? My brother. From another mother. I gotta find his number. He just was like, yo, he just sent me. He just told me which number is his. Let me find it. Press 1, fam. Press 1 on your keypad. Let me see. There he is. Okay, man. I'm gonna bring you in. So I would like to welcome Toran L back to the show, man. What's going on, brother? How you doing, family?
Peace, God. How you feeling?
I'm luxurious, man. I'm luxurious. How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, great. Favorite. That's all.
That's what's up, man.
I appreciate you having me back on here, man.
Man, I appreciate you coming back on. You like a legend. You're like a foundation legend, bro. You're a very popular brother.
All because of you, man. So shout out to you and the big brother Yusuf L, the whole foundation, High Frequency Radio Network. It's great.
Oh yeah.
It all, man. Couldn't do it without y'all.
Man, you're definitely one of them brothers, one of the few brothers that I know that studies and continues to study. You're a grinder, you're a gritter, and you're a good guy, man. You be helping the people out. You do your dance, man. So it's nothing. It's nothing to have you back. It's a pleasure to have you back, man. And thanks for coming back. So
man, I appreciate it.
What's been going on, man? How's life? What you been working on lately? Before I just start hitting you with questions and stuff, let's be.
The life is ever changing, man. So it's waiting. Time is waiting for nobody, no man, no woman. So, in this field, of course, I've been studying substantial cases law, trying to get to the bottom of enforcement when it comes to being taken advantage of by unscrupulous, greedy creditors and furnishers of information. So I've been spending a whole lot of time digging into cases and United States codes and uniform commercial codes and equitable principles and maxims, things of that nature, to really get enforcement. And because a lot of things changed when we're doing a manual deal with credit previously, restoring credit reports, and it was a whole different system. They're rolling out a whole new system now, so I had to get ahead of the curve and really dig deeper and go internal to help people get it off their report and not have it be subject to calculation with this new FICO 10 that's about to drop and change everything. That's what it is, and automating the service. So it's been time consuming. I've been in the trenches in nerd world, though, in the nerd world.
Yeah, definitely. That's what's up. So, real quick, I saw too recently. It was actually was it yesterday? The company that I was familiar with, I'm sure you're familiar with, Horizon Credit.
Oh, yeah.
That they are shutting down. So you said that you're preparing for what's coming. You've been doing a lot of research, reading case laws, reading Supreme Court cases, United States Code, and stuff like that. And I just want to point out, while the brother Toran is moving forward, there's people that are bowing out. They're shutting down their whole entire companies. If you are familiar with the Horizon, Horyzon credit, you may have received an email from them recently and them letting you know that they were actually shutting down, going out of business. And I think, and I'm just going to say it, you don't have to say it, but I believe, how about that? I believe that what you just touched on is one of the main reasons why they are shutting down. And you don't have to make any comments. You don't have to make any comments. But I don't feel like there's any coincidences with regards to what you said and what I'm seeing happen across the board. So, man, respect with regards to that. So you said, things are changing. You're absolutely welcome. You mentioned things are changing. So what's changed in the credit world since you've last been on the show? Let's start there.
We had a lot of people, great question, by the way. A lot of people have, I would say, diluted a lot of processes that were working for people who had actually been victims of said action or, something that happened to them, identity theft, for example. And to some degree, everybody has experienced identity theft for whatever to be appearing on their credit report, but I won't blow the whistle on that publicly, In layman's terms, I've been able to see the fuckery. Excuse my language if your children are listening. I'll keep that to a minimum, but there's no other way of explaining the nuances and just greed that's going on behind the scenes and the people out here having to be labored and taxed and worn to early graves to be a surety for this imaginary debt. And, being that I see what's going on and there's a quiet way of undoing it, you might not even scratch the surface, but at least you made a dent in it at some, to some degree, help a few people get unchained from that. But everything is changing. If I'm going to be real, everything. The way that scores are calculated, what's important, what's not important, what lenders are considering upon lending money in personal and business capacity, the substantiation required to actually get remedy for a claim, everything. The procedures are still the same, but they want more substantiation, and they're asking for things that you kind of perjure yourself if you don't know what you're doing. A lot of the attention is drafted over to the PPPs and things of that nature, all involving credit. And I won't really delve into their correlation on, but just use your brain and think about what's really going on out here. People using their credit score, they're going to get their own money and being taxed for going in their own estate for that. And it's their credit. But being that you're in the public, you have to meet public qualifications to qualify or whatever requirements they set forth, you have to meet those qualifications to get what's rightfully yours because things have changed. Some of them have been that way for a while, but a lot of things have changed, and I see them only getting worse for those who are not in position to leverage their credit. Maybe not for liquid cash, maybe not for unsecured capital, but at least for lower interest rates to buy yourself more time. If you need to PG, personally guarantor it with your credit, you can do that and then pay yourself first and get out of that, keep your credit looking good, and build a business with it. So it's so many things that are changing. You got people selling trade lines that may or may not be what they're supposed to be. It's a very diluted area with everybody working from home and everybody on a computer and everybody wanting to be a scammer and all this other stuff. Like, since when was it cool to be a scammer? So now you have not only the people who you've already been opposed to dealing with, you also have people who look just like you or maybe not that are on the other end of the computer trying to siphon, leverage your credit because they've already milked theirs. So it's a lot going on, man. Hope I didn't say too much. But.
No, that's perfect. That really paints a picture. So basically, people burn it up. That's what I heard. People burn it up. Everybody trying to get into credit repair or whatever. Maybe they went through a process from someone or some entity and felt like that they can reproduce the process themselves and jumped on their Instagram and they TikTok and started promoting and then just burn everything up. Just burned it up. Is what I heard. It's burned up.
Correct.
And that these credit reporting agencies, creditors, and the like are basically just moving the goalpost. It's still, you still run the same plays to get there. It's just further away is what I heard. Is that a correct synopsis?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. There's a buffer in the middle. And what I've seen nobody talk about, man, is that the Fair Credit Reporting Act was recently modified. Like,
okay, tell me more.
Section of it, like last year, about this moratorium and all this stuff going on. People about to start losing their houses, dog. When the moratorium is up, like, they trying to keep the credit jacked up so you can't go get unsecured credit. Boom. So now you have no access to what you rightfully should have access to as a beneficiary of your estate. We're not going to go there. So you don't have that at your disposal. Then you don't have income because jobs are going away, or, you can't substantiate income to do a refi on your house. So I'm literally seeing my real estate buddies and people in their development. They're like, yo, cuz got a $400,000 house and 280 bands worth of equity in it, but he about to lose it to a $17,500 tax issue because he can't refi because he is not savvy enough to do what he need to do to keep that, or B, substantiate what he needs to substantiate to keep that alive. So it's like people been put in real cornering situations, man, and I just see on top of financial struggles, I see mental health being affected by it all because, this squeeze with credit and liquidity and easing and all this other FS that's going on to keep something that should have been dead a long time ago alive is really hindering and impeding the growth, of people, because you need you can borrow $100,000 faster than you can make it unless you're doing something illegal or you have a craft that you can monetize.
Right.
In most situations. So
right.
Eliminate that. What do you have to lean on? Now you're depending on Big Brother. It's let me take your options away, so you have to depend on me. It's the underhand version. Gotta love nation, man. It's the underhand version of the J.P. Morgan and Chase situation back in the day, where we take away your options. You don't have the money, so you have to come to us, and you're gonna forever be indebted to us. But not so direct and flagrant, It's a lot of scales over people's eyes with these new implementations and this new way of life, and them working from home, and them having to adjust, and them trying to figure out if they're going to get jabbed or not jabbed, or it's a whole lot of stuff that is, I feel like it's squeezing more than just credit, but credit has a lot to do with it. Because financial freedom will allow you the time and liberty to think your way out of whatever situation, regardless of how much of it you have, is what you do with it. So I see a lot going on, man.
Right, and some people would say, well, how can you lose a $400,000 house or $500,000 house that got $350,000 worth of equity and only owe $150,000? Well, if you can't refinance, if you have no cash, you can't refinance it, and you owe $17,000. What they do is they get a judgment, attach the judgment to you, and force you to sell that house to satisfy that judgment. Now you're sitting around with a bunch of cash, but we're in a bubble with regards to these homes, these housing prices. So turn around with that cash and try to get another house. It's next to impossible. That's why a lot of people are sitting on their properties. They're not selling. And those are selling, for 20, 30% above the asking price. Because these people understand they got to turn around and get another property while in a bubble that's steadily being inflated. So, I just wanted to touch on that for, the audience to understand, well, how can that be a situation? How can that happen? That's how it happens, player. So, with everything going on, I know you stay grinding. What have you been working on to combat or counter those, that situation that you described with, the goalposts being moved, FICO 10 being implemented? I mean, it's got other credit companies going out of business. Credit restoration, credit repair, whatever you want to call it, going out of business. So What have you been working on to combat the effects that's coming to pass?
That's another great question. Wow. I started off on a race to the bottom, so to speak. Like, okay, who can get the most clientele and who can make a name for themselves? And I realized, like, okay, if the laws are going to change, why don't I just get ahead of that? Because everybody's focused on this over here. Let me just wait a little while. So, I took on and off, learning the law and automating, plugging APIs in, and making sure this would fire, that would work, this would scrape data, this would communicate, making systems communicate. It took me about 2 years. I've been developing an automated system to counter, because it's more so not only the law itself and the enforcement is in consistency. Because a lot of times we'll send a letter off, either it gets wiped or some items get removed or they're reinserted or whatever, and then from there we send another one and then maybe lose track of the time frames, the consistency, the punctuality. You got to be right on point with the 30-day windows. Manually, it becomes a headache because life gets in the way. So ideally, I could only effectively deal with about 20 clients at a time. And that was really focused on being punctual with the responses and the returns and with the mail going back to them instead of a notary, and notary's not, they don't know what's going on. All they see is affidavits. They don't want anything to do with it. So to combat all that is a system I've developed that hooks up to a FICO score credit provider, credit monitoring service. Basically, you sign up for this service. It's cheaper than myfico.com. I was able to connect with the MIT graduate that helped me plug it all together and connect me with the right people to put this system together. The system does everything from scraping the report, pulling all the problematic items out of your report, and it will, based on the sequences I told it to perform, if this, then that, kind of like Booleans, so to speak, it will fire the right notice off: certified mail, return receipt, timestamp, postmark, dated, substantiation, and it automatically refreshes every month as long as that subscription is active to know what was responded to, what was removed, what still remains, and what needs to be followed up on, and it's very punctual. So versus saying on such and such date with this, certified mail number, we're just stating simply, here's a constructive notice. Within 30 days super from the date of this notice, I caused to be sent to such and such entity, blase squaze, so on and so forth. So the system can now, what I could normally only do in, with 20 people, I can now do about 2,000, and it'll take me the same amount of time.
And it's automated. It sounds like it's automated.
Oh, it's automated for sure. Oh, check it out. It's total9.com. TOTAL numerical 9.com.
Okay. So that's going to take a lot of pressure. People have jobs. People, they're raising their children, maybe even running their businesses and stuff, maybe taking care of a family member. So, they don't have to worry about missing a date, missing a mailing, so on and so forth.
And I'm in a similar situation myself. Everybody got life going on, so I want to be able to automate it and still be accountable. I'm not going to put a product out there that's not accountable, that's not performing, because I really could have dropped some a year ago, but I knew it wouldn't be the best thing I can do, and you only get one chance to make a good first impression. That Horizon deal, remember I was dealing with them through Upland, that sometimes you just got to do things yourself if you want them done the right way, because I didn't have nobody who could cover for me. So I took my time, put it together, tested it, tried it, made sure everything was functioning the way it was supposed to. It was PCI compliant. It was 508 compliant. It was just what it was supposed to be. Ironclad and perform. Because what good is having a Lamborghini shell on a VW Beetle? It's not going to perform like an actual V12. So I wanted the motor, and now we have it. Go ahead. It sounds like you better say that.
Well, I was going to say, just going to repeat, you said it was total number 9. TOTAL.
Correct. TOTAL in numerical 9, just the number. TOTAL9.com.
Okay. And then I at the end of the broadcast, you got something for the listeners, a little Little plug it.
Yeah,
Okay, but y'all gonna have to listen to the end. You know, you have to listen through. You can go jump on the site and sign up right now and pay your bread, but you're gonna miss out on the plug it's for the foundation listeners. But real quick, we got about 2 minutes left in the broadcast. If you're listening to the show online, you might want to disconnect that and call in 563-999-3625. Once again, 563-999-3625. Otherwise, you will be disconnected. We are going to go over 90 seconds. Yep, 90 seconds left. She in my ear talking. So, moving forward, man. So, what makes correcting your credit reporting more valuable now than before, like the last time you were on the show?
Oh, man. Because it's more than just unsecured and collateralized items, goods that are hinged upon having good credit. You know, you got everything from insurance to employment to housing, shelter, you know, whether it be purchasing or renting, subleasing, even Airbnb, everything. Everybody want to see your credit worthiness and come to a conclusion on what you deserve to, you know, be endowed with score, and that score alone, with no other knowledge of what you may or may not have gone through as a result of, you know, life-changing experience, the pandemic or pandemic, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's a lot of stuff hinged on credit, man. It's more advantageous now because it's beneficial to business owners and people who can administer their affairs. Even if you're not private, you still want to have a company or something out there that can alleviate a lot of these, you know, of course, structured the right way, interrelated with the trust. But, you know, it's hard to get, where are you going to get the capital without intensely, you have to free up something to create something. You can't pour from an empty cup. So if you can't get off your current job to go do something else to earn some more money, some more capital, how can you start a business if there's nothing to borrow because the credit is not good? And if you can't, if you stop juggling over here, something else gonna fall. Like, that is a compromising position to be in. And that is a position more and more citizens are being put in every single day.
Right. And, you know, we are working against an agenda by the world powers that be. You can check out World Economic Forum, WEF, I think it's WEF.org. They are pushing an initiative to where we get to the point where we don't own anything. We just rent everything from blenders. When we need a blender, it's dropped off by a drone in front of our house. We grab it, put it back, and we own nothing, but we will be happy. Type that in. You will own nothing and be happy. Type that in to a search engine, whether it's Google or whatever, and hit enter. And you're going to see a lot of people talking about what the World Economic Forum, a lot of these, you know, they're calling for a new Bretton Woods. They're, you know, it's a monetary reset. We're working against a lot of forces that are attempting to, you know, basically end personal private ownership of assets. And, you know, what you said about the real estate, you know, people getting foreclosed on, that wave is coming. People are going to be losing their properties. That wave is coming. I see it. And I absolutely agree with what you're saying. So, yeah, I mean, that's for real. That's 100% for real.
You remember about 2 years ago, it was like, what was it? The average American is what? They're less than 90 days away from bankruptcy. And it just kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And then it said how much savings. You know, you didn't have savings. You lived in check to check. So if you are depending on one source, you know, an employer, and hoping to God they don't have a bad day and let everybody go and have nothing to leverage, like, That to me is risky. When people say entrepreneurship and business, no, what risky is depending on that to sustain my living situation and, you know, my quality of life, my automobiles, my abodes, my anything else, you know, like that to me is risky. And I feel like a lot of people being put in risky situations and they may or may not see it until they slap them in the face. Like, holy shit, we just lost the house that we were almost done paying off. And I don't want to see people in that situation because that puts you in a desperate state of mind. And now you're in survival mode. Ain't no telling what you would do to your neighbor. So off top, you're going to have to break the Bill of Rights. You get what I'm saying? Like, I see a chain reaction is what I'm saying, based on everything that's happening in this specific sector of the economy.
Yeah, true indeed. I think the number was the average American couldn't come up with $400 in an emergency without going into debt, which means like putting on their credit card or, you know, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely right. So back to this automated platform, what's the deal with it? The platform that you've been building. Let's talk about what does it do and how will it benefit the listeners here at the foundation?
It keeps everything in alignment. It'll walk them down it's a 6-month cycle. So send first constructive notice, you know, doing this, that, and the third. Substantiate this right here on the account. You know, it's coming from a totally different angle than, you know, debt validation or these letters that you can download from anywhere on the internet. I actually went in the law books and drug the most potent, without being a paper terrorist, you know, I wouldn't say threatening, I would say promising letters that wouldn't be considered brutal foment to somebody with a keen eye for legalese. So it's very strategic in the timeline of items being removed from the report because of how things are moving. What would normally require me to send one letter here and one letter there and another one to this third party, I can now push a button and it does it all for me. I just approve it to make sure everything looks right, make sure the creditor or alleged creditor and data furnisher has a correct address, and sometimes they change it to be sneaky so you can't rebut it or you can't deny it or you can't dispute it, send a contesting letter, and just fire them off, certified mail, and open windows like it's coming from the IRS. You know, you have your certified mail sticking number there, and everything is organized like it's coming from a law firm because it may as well have been. And what it will do for them is allow them to not have to worry about what comes back in the mail and report to me like, oh, I got this back, they said this, scan it to me. It's just it cut out a lot of the tedious stuff. You don't have to send any responses unless requested for a specific purpose. What we're merely doing is building a case over the course of 6 months or quicker, depending on what the matter is. We're recontracting and defaulting them, basically. Either the items that are contested will come off, the information will come off because it can't be substantiated, you know, per the terms that are given in, you know, by federal regulations and other codes, United States codes. In the event that something remains at the end, let's say you had 7 items, 5 of them are removed, 2 are stingy. Well, we will then have the evidence of 5 months of tacit acquiescence in legal format to be handed to a consumer protection attorney. So he or she does not have to scramble and create evidence. We're handing it to him. It's like Allen Iverson. He don't really want to dunk in traffic, so he's going to get the assist. He's going to throw it off the glass. That's what I'm doing here. Go find an attorney that wants this case. He'll get his money back for the lead. You know, that's what it's doing. We are building cases. Getting whatever can be removed without pushback. But in the event we are met with friction, we are substantiating willful negligence and noncompliance and putting the end user in position to get easy enforcement without having to learn a bunch of law. That's what it does.
And, you know, even
it's not designed to keep them in the pipeline forever like Lexington law or whatever. You know, it's more on the other side of having good credit than it is to milk people of their their capital.
Got it. And this substantiation that has been being established over time can be effectuated even without an attorney if you know what you're doing, if you understand process. Someone like me, you says, so on and so forth, someone who studies could take this and actually go and get an effective remedy themselves. Correct?
Correct.
But
and get way more than what it's even worth, because see, whatever the number on that paper is the amount, and if it's over $20, you're entitled to a trial by jury, not with jury. Know the difference? It's over $20. Seventh Amendment. Now you've suffered mental anguish, pain and suffering, actual damages, punitive damages. Run it up, But they'll settle outside before it gets there because they don't want it on public record. And I was even trying to partner with the largest law firm in the United States, and they called back several times thinking I had a case. I'm like, no. See, I don't have a case. I have cases, plenty of them that are an easy layup if you can do this, and this. But they ended up letting me know that they're afraid of the attorneys that the credit bureaus have, or credit reporting agencies, shall I call them. I didn't give them that much authority. But and they are afraid of losing their bar card in the event that they lose. So I understand that. I overstand that. Because they're all part of the same country club. It's all a bunch of booty kissing and this, So instead of by default putting the end user in contact with that type of energy and that type of quasi-remedy, it's not really real. I would rather apply a little bit more pressure in the literature, in the language. Keep it short, keep it simple, concise, straight to the point, be timely, build a case, and allow them the liberty to do whatever they want to do with it, whether it be hand it to an attorney or go enforce it themselves. And I'm putting some other material together to be able to help them enforce it. But, I'm trying not to alert the public to how much power they really have. Without, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Total 9, it sounds like Total 9 is for the novice as well as the experienced. And, getting the remedial effect with regards to their credit report or reporting, right? You said correct already. But
correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's all automated. All you do is sign up and keep checking your credit. Sign in once a month at least and look at what's going on. You'll see the disputes you'll see what's already been disputed, pending. Basically we're awaiting a response, and then you'll see what's been removed and what's next to be disputed. System pulls it all in. I approve it. Mm-hmm.
No, finish. My bad.
No, I was just saying the system does it all. It's programmed to do it all for me. I just need to, the only interaction I have is to oversee and make sure that everything is functioning and firing right, because it's a lot of different APIs and technology that's working with each other to make it where the client only has to set up their credit monitoring, upload their ID, either driver's license or state ID, passport cards, something to with a picture on it, and then a utility bill with the matching address, and the Social Security card is optional. It moves a little faster with the card, but for obvious reasons, some people may or may not want to upload them. So I made it to where, okay, as long as the utility bill address matches what's on the ID, you're good to go.
And
they upload that, hit go,
and
it's done. Click the billing tab once you sign up and save. You upload your driver's license and your utility bill. Save all that information. Make sure the credentials are correct to log into the MyScoreIQ dashboard to get the reporting, and then put it in the system and click the billing tab, select flagship service, subscribe now, and you're good to go. You just set it and forget it. As long as that subscription is running every month, items are going to be challenged on the credit report. And I don't believe in waiting. There's a certain number of items that need to be challenged at a time for it to be more effective. give or take who is getting it and what time of the month. It may determine, we may be able to go a little heavier to make it happen faster, but we're more after direction over speed. It was designed to get it done in 6 months for the worst of credit situation. Like low 400 situation.
Got it. And that leads into my next question. Can you briefly explain let's say I sign up for Total 9.
Mm-hmm.
What are my responsibilities? I know it's automated, but I'm sure I can't just sign up, make an account, and then just, go back to sleep. What are my responsibilities that I have to fulfill in order for this process to run seamlessly through your automation of Total 9?
Okay, good question. So instead of having someone go set up an account for credit monitoring in the beginning and have to remember that, all you got to do is sign up on Total 9, fill out that form, and you get an email that explains everything that needs to happen. So first, you click the link in the email. You have a password that's temporary. Make a new password. Now you're in your portal. Upload all your documents. Make sure it'll prompt you to get your credit monitoring if you don't have it already. It only works with one monitoring service because that's the one that would allow me to hook up to their API. I would have loved to use Experian, but of course they looked at my business model and said no, sir, because conflict of interest. So when you sign up and get into the portal, it'll be a button to go get your credit scores. Sign up, get those credentials, plug them back into your client portal, save that information, go hit the billing tab. It's the one on the furthest right at the top. Select flagship service. It's $99 a month, and there's a $99 sign-up fee for the first month. But I got a goodie to share that'll shave something off the price the first month and every month after that. So, yeah, that's it. You set it and forget it. As long as you keep your Total 9 account active and your credit monitoring account active, it is running for you. You will be getting things in the mail. You'll be getting emails. Every time something goes out on your behalf, you'll get an email knowing that we just sent something on your behalf, and it will be leaving actually postmarked within 2 business days, no later than 2 business days from the date of creation. So it's very punctual, and that's the name of the game. If you can walk them down 5 months and you still haven't substantiated, okay, either we're going to settle this now or we're going to go to court and settle it. But that's rare because they don't want that on the public record. So it's very strategic. That's all they have to do. Sign up, set it and forget it. Check the report once a month. Now, you don't have to report to us either. We'll know because we refresh it. As long as that credit monitoring account is active, we hit refresh and we see what happened, what left, what stayed the same, what needs to be followed up on. So you log into one place. You don't have to log into Total 9 and your credit monitoring. You just log into Total 9 and you'll see all 3 reports in one place, everything that's on there, what's being challenged, all that good stuff. By default, we're removing inquiries just because, can you substantiate that? If not, okay, that's giving you more opportunities to go apply for credit. That makes sense.
Yes, sir. Got it. And then I guess my last question, and then we can take some questions if you're interested in taking questions from the callers.
Of course.
My last question is
for them. I wanted to get through this so we can get to them,
My last question is, who is Total 9 not for? Who should just let it go? Just don't even go to the website. Who is that?
People who can't follow simple instructions and, have ill intentions, I'm going to go boost this. I'm going to go, with the intent to defraud, take out big loans and come double back and get them removed. I mean, it can happen. I don't know what you did, and I have plausible deniability, but I really don't want that type of energy on such a profound system and have it be subject to scrutiny because people are abusing the system. There's a structure, there's a way of doing things, and some of that stuff is covered throughout, trustee training and just getting a better understanding of how entities are structured and how current should flow, i.e. the interrelation of said entities with your private estate. So if you're just wanting to hit a quick lick and clean it up and hold Toran accountable when you just yanked $100,000 out of the economy and there's still active accounts and cannot substantiate whatever claim it is that you're trying to make, stay away from this, because this is not what we want. You know, I even recommend keeping the subscription even after your credit is fixed. Keep the monitoring. You're not gonna find a FICO score cheaper than that. Period. I had to really work a deal with somebody to get those numbers, you know, because I wanted to pass those savings on to the end user because it was saving me time. So keep the credit monitoring because see, you don't want a $30 payment or, you know, it's $30 a month. You don't want to you let the monetary costs keep you in a rut because a $3,000 transaction is showing up on your report and you don't know about it. You know, you want instant alerts to be able to, in the event that you need to, okay, I'm going to sign right back up. Let me go ahead and get this off. Or let's say it's clean now. You started with a 620, now you're at 720, 730, and, you know, you want to go apply for a few things. And let's say you got one of 5 things that you applied for. Okay, now you got hit with a bunch of inquiries. So it may behoove you to just jump back in for a month or two, get those inquiries off, and try again somewhere else. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. We don't want curveballs coming through, speedballing and messing up good remedies for other people. Because technically, Horizon is going out of business because of a combination of greedy people on the other side of the table and greedy people on this side, you know, in the public that have no regard for principles and procedures. So they mess it up. You know, a few bad apples spoil the bunch. That's really what's going on. So we want to keep that to a minimum, to really non-existent.
Okay, got it.
Hope I answered that correctly. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I wanted to be spoken on is, you know, who is this not for? Who is Total 9 not for? We can get that out the gate, and then, you know, if anything is said, hey, it's full disclosure. We told you it wasn't for people like you.
Yeah, and ain't no fuck dancing, for lack of a better term.
For real. All right, man. So you want to share the plug for the listeners now, or you want to take the callers?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and share that. I'll share that with them now, and then, you know. So upon signing up, getting the email, setting up the account, billing is last. So the last tab in your account is billing. Once you select flagship service and start subscription, that's when it's going to ask for, it'll be pre-populated, but it's going to ask for card information. In that right-hand box, depending on if you're looking on the computer or the phone, the box where it says apply discount, you want to put in WTTF 30, numerical 30. So welcome to the foundation, WTTF 30. And it will take 30% off your first month and every month after that. So instead of it being $99, so the first month will be like $165 or something like that, because it's that setup fee is what it is, because we gotta, you know, we gotta allocate funds for mailing this, that, and the third. But it'll take 30% off that first month, that $99. It'll take 30% off $99 of the first month. So you still have your first month sign-up fee, but after that, everything is 30% off. You know, I believe that comes out to $69.30 a month versus $99. So you save quite a bit of money. You do the math. I'm gonna do it right now. I haven't done it. You would think so, but let me see. Let's do it now. $69.30 minus. Okay, so it's $29.70 you're saving every month. Over the course of 6 months, you save yourself $180.
That's very generous of you, man. Thank you. And I know the audience thanks you. So that's
I got something even better for the trustees.
Yeah, trustees.
We'll talk about that in the private though. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all heard that? Trustees, y'all heard that? So if you a trustee, hold on.
I got something.
Hold on. Hold on. You will be taken care of. Hold on. Absolutely. All right, man. Well, yeah, you want to take a couple calls or what? Y'all got any questions for Toran?
Sure.
You know, I don't know. if you want to qualify what you will and will not answer. But y'all got some questions for Toran? Push 1 on your keypad. We'll take a couple callers. Y'all can get your questions answered by Toran, the credit expert. And then we're going to wrap Rizzle. We're going to wrap it up. Wrap Rizzle.
Cool.
So, yeah, appreciate it, fam. Thanks for coming on the show, man. Really appreciate it. So we're going to go to the phone line.
Appreciate you having me.
Do a question or two. Okay, a couple people. Yep. All right, let's start with 484-0472. Area code 484-0472. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Brother, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Wonderful. You know, I don't like to get my name out, brother. You know that, man. I'm
man, on purpose. Okay, yeah.
Enough said right there too, man. But now my question though is, if I have no bills, no utilities in my name, they're all in the name of private family or state or whatever, how will that affect this program?
Good question. Contact Brother Sot privately when you talk about that.
Enough said.
There's another remedy, you know. Yeah.
Listen. Enough said, good brother. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night on purpose. I want to thank y'all for sharing this information. Y'all just, like where we're at, y'all put a big Kool-Aid smile on my face tonight. So thank both of y'all so much. And like I said, may both of y'all have a great night on purpose, man. Peace, man. Peace.
Likewise. Thank you. Peace.
Yes, peace, family. Talk to you in the private, Blair.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's do a couple more, and then let's do that exit dance. We got 808, 808-1390. Got 808-1390. Peace. Which name were you calling from?
Yes, sir. Peace, y'all. This is Lee, man. How y'all doing?
Doing luxurious.
Good, family. How you?
Man, after hearing that, I'm great, yo. I'm ready to plug in. No doubt.
Yeah.
Now, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. You have a question for Toran?
Man, you know.
Oh, is there like an affiliation program? Because I mean, you know, I'm a trustee, you know, but you know what I'm saying, I'm a definitely promote that and tell a bunch of people about that.
Prime position.
Yeah.
You know, it you know what to do. Admin at. We will get into those discussions. Oh man, it's boogie time for the people who know what time it is. I know y'all know. Yeah, y'all know. I'm picking up on the vibration. Y'all know exactly what time it is, and it makes me happy because this is what I did it for.
Man,
yes,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yo. Right, yo, God bless. I'm about to sign out, y'all. I'm about to get these veggie burgers because y'all already know. Man, peace, y'all.
Oh yeah. Peace.
Yep, peace. Yep, peace, fam. And remember, if you're a trustee, you know, there's an extra plug. Email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com, and we'll get you that extra plug. But, you know, WTTF30 is the current code for non-trustees and just listeners. So y'all make sure y'all hit total9.com and do your dance. Okay, so let's do one more caller. And I recognize this number.
I'm going to tell them this real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Tell them this real quick. To remember this, because I know it's kind of random, like, why total 9? There are 9 digits in your Social Security number. There are 9 digits in an EIN. There are 9 digits in your passport. You know, and they usually say give them the whole 9, so it's total 9. So just try to remember that. TOTAL numerical 9.com. There's no... You know, I still got a bunch of stuff to do for social media and, you know, this, that, and the third, but I was more infatuated with and concerned with getting the machine finely tuned to be exactly what it's supposed to be, accountable, on time, on demand, and really alleviate the struggle and strife that come with having to do it manually for myself and the accountability that it takes on the other, you know, because I don't know what people have going on. They may have, they got to go to karate, soccer. I couldn't get to the mail, but I check the mail every such and such. Like, I don't know, but we don't have to worry about that now. So this is a more ideal situation and something to be a part of long term. So let's say you want to go get a house or a car, whatever, your credit take a hit, you know, service the debt. I'm always going to tell you that, you know, at least publicly, and come back. You can come back through. there's no limitation on how many times, but there is no statute of limitations on fraud. Let me please tell you that. So please don't commit any fraud, but take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you. That's about all I got to say about that. But those who are in tune understand exactly what I'm saying. So I wanted to say that.
Absolutely. Okay, let's take this last caller, and we're gonna shimmy y'all up out of here. This is familiar, man. This brother from Brownsville, 718-8092. Peace, fam. What's going on?
Peace, family. How y'all doing?
Peace. How you doing? Brownsville in the house.
Listen, I don't know. It's so told you I've been asking about you, Toran. It's so tell you I was asking about you like months ago.
If he did, man, I can't remember. There's so much going on. I know it's a lot of people been asking about me, and I was just in the trenches trying to keep my head in the book, nose in the book, into the street, and keep it, So I apologize for being such a ghost, man. I had to. It was this treacherous transition, but we got through it.
But see, if I wasn't cool with him, I would have did it the hard way. But I did it the nice way, and he was like, "Nah, I ain't telling him to come on." That's kind of like a little joke, but anyway, yeah. But you know what you said, so if you remember. But anyway, from there, so like, if somebody wanted to like, how can I say this? Because you said like it affects people, like for employment, for like getting rental properties or Airbnbs. So like, say like if somebody wanted to be like a rapper, get into the music industry. Give me a second. This phone's bugging out. Would they check their credit too when people going into the music business? To become a star or something like that, or actress? Do they check their credit score too?
It depends on the route they're taking. I would take the independent route and own all my intellectual property and be able to leverage it several times over, publicly and privately. But if you go the public route, of course, them rappers ain't rich like they say they are. Them always got black cards and somebody administering that for them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So, of course, yeah, they got insurance policies and all that on. They're going to need credit to check all that. And somebody's going to have to be a guardian. And the worse the credit, the more they're going to treat you like a whore, for lack of better terms, because you can't do it without them.
Okay. So let me see what time it is. It's 10:01. I know you ain't going to go past the show. All y'all out there, I love y'all. Keep on doing what y'all doing. I love you too, so. And,
likewise. What's up in the private?
All right,
likewise,
definitely I will.
Likewise. I appreciate you calling in.
Okay.
Yes, man. Love you too, man. Have a good night, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, definite.
All right, peace. Okay, man.
He had some cats and heat in the background or something, man.
Nah, he got children, man.
I'm just
family first back there. That brother,
already, every time. Man.
Take care of that family. Much respect to the brother Daryl from Brownsville. So yeah, man. In closing, man, let's as we wrap up, do you have anything else you want to say, man? I do want to say, man, I'm really excited for you, man. Really happy for you to have hit this milestone. You got this whole thing situated. Total 9 up and running. Got all the bugs out. Hopefully, I'm sure you do. You've been working really hard. I know you've been working hard. I didn't feel it necessary or correct for me to speak on what you had shaking in the background. But it's definitely a pleasure to see this stuff come to fruition, man. So, congratulations is in order, for real.
I
definitely
appreciate that, on all 4 fronts, man. I appreciate that, for real. You always speak highly, man. So but I really do appreciate that. It's been one. I really just wanted to create something that would help the people. That would really just not for myself, because I go kill a ant with a sledgehammer as long as it's dead. But I didn't necessarily want to put that on the public to create controversy. So I had to figure out a more subtle way of getting the same result, even if it take a little longer.
Yeah, you've been working hard. You've been working hard. I can say that from personal experience and acknowledgement. The brother's been working hard to get this out to y'all. So, those who have eyes and can see, those who have ears to hear, you know what it is. You know, it's a great resource. Definitely is. And yeah, man.
Speaking
Definitely.
of which,
yeah.
Go back. I want them to keep going back to it because I got a lot more to add. I'm gonna put memos up, you know, like articles, relevant information, some little hacks you can use to better leverage credit and keep, you know, your reporting, keep it accurate. Dictionary on there. I got a lot of stuff I want to add, but the machine was more important. The engine, I had to worry about the engine before I worry about, you know, the paint job. So it's fly enough right now. But yeah, it's working perfectly, and I want people to be able to get the most out of it and be able to leverage those credentials and that reporting history to go get the things that they desire in life and need to support their family.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I expect nothing less. So, you know, in closing, man, you have anything else you want to say while we wrap up?
Man, don't play around. Do not play around. It's a lot changing real fast, and it's going to be a lot more companies going out of business like Horizon. I saw it coming, and I just wanted to be in a position to embrace some people with open arms. Like, oh, I'm sorry they did you like that and went out of business, but we right here. You know, I advise people to cancel whatever credit monitoring service they got right now and sign up on Total 9. That's going to keep, and you got fraud protection. There's a lot of other perks that come with it, but you don't care about any of that. You really just want to keep an eye on all three reports. They actually FICO scores, not Vantage scores from Credit Karma, where you see 730 and the lender sees 701. This is not that. So, and if you just want to check your score and not sign up right now, you can go to scores.total9.com. So that's scores, plural, SCORES, total9, TOTAL, numerical 9.com. And pull your reports right there. Just be sure to plug those same credentials in when you sign up. I'm going to have DIY material, other resources. I'm going to just keep adding to it. I want it to be a resource so it mitigates the chance or opportunity for our dear listeners to go pick up some misinformation and apply it and be in more of a world of hurt than they're already in.
Absolutely, man. Well, it sounds like a definitive resource. You know, I know I can foresee that people are going to be, you know, very pleased with everything that you've aggregated into one spot, man. And as I said before, man, congratulations, man. It's good to finally see, you know, this come to fruition. I know you've been working hard for a while. I know personally. So yeah, definitely, man. Big ups. Big ups.
Thank you.
All right, man. Well, yeah.
Peace to the gods. Peace to the divine creator, divine architect of the universe for the downloads and the ability to put it together, man. And I couldn't just keep that for myself. I wanted to help a bunch of other people at the same time. That's what we're here to do. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, right?
Right, yeah. It's a lot more fun. You whipping down the road in the Rari, and there's other people with you, and they got Raris too. You know, it's much more fun. Unless you into that ego, like I'm the only one with a Rari. But you know, we ain't ego dancing over here.
Nah, yeah. If mine can't live, yours can't neither. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's what's up, man. Well, yeah, man. Thanks for coming back on the show, man. Yeah, I know it's been a while.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely have you come back through, you know, in the next, you know, couple months or something, just to do a refresh. You know, we always get new listeners all the time here on the foundation, so I think that would be
definitely. And I like constructive feedback, honest feedback. It's gonna do what it's supposed to do, but if not, you know, if nothing comes off your report in 90 days, we're giving you all your money back.
Okay, 90-day money back guarantee.
90-day money back guarantee is right there on the site. We're not playing. Like, if we can't be of service to you, why the hell should you pay us? Here, have it back. Thanks for considering us. Sorry we failed you, but that's never happened, and I'm gonna knock on this wood grain because you know, nah, we'll give you your money back. But that's not gonna happen. If you got something on there that need to come off, we're gonna get it off by choice or by force. Believe it. That's how we rock here with Total 9. But I'm trying to keep it subtle in the public. But we enforce, man, we on their ass, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. We are on their ass. The substantiation with this machine, that's what took so long. That's what took so long. That's what took so long. I wanted to make sure that when we stick this to you, you ain't no shaking this. You strip, do what you need to do. It's stuck. Here you go. There's some liability for you. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what's up.
So
that's what's up. So yeah,
WTTF30. Don't forget that. Total9.com. WTTF30 stands for Welcome to the Foundation.
You took the words right out of my mouth. WTTF30 is your promo code. If you are a trustee in private trustee training, you email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Get the trustee promo code. Of course, you know, if you in the family, you in the family. But regardless, the foundation family, WTTF30 promotional code. I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. I'm definitely excited for, you know, the future. And, yeah, man, I'll talk to you soon in the private. I know I will, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. And if you ain't a trustee, you're playing yourself. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's all, man. I appreciate you. Peace to the guys. Peace to you.
All right, man. Peace to you. Peace to the guys. All right, y'all. It's been one. It's been one of them, you know, one of those episodes, man. I definitely want to say thanks to Toran L for coming back on the show. That's what's up. My man was working hard. He finally got it put together, finished, and he brought it straight to the audience. I mean, if that's not loyalty, I don't know what is. You know, looking at cats and seeing dogs. You know what I mean? That's my guy. It's a very good friend of mine, and he's a real dude. Definitely a real dude. So it's good to see that. Make sure you check out welcometothefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list at the very least. You know, you can inquire with regards to trustee training. Email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. You know, remember, PDF section, the education tab, you got the Foundation Trust Primer, you have Foundation Trust Series, you got the Passport No Social, Part 1, Part 2. You know, as I said, PDF tab, you can book a consultation, you can make a donation. If you just like what's going on over here, just make a donation. Always appreciate it. You know? Always appreciate it. So, with that being said, y'all have a great week. Definitely appreciate you checking out the show. Appreciate everybody who's still in the caller queue, you know, made it to the end. As I said, if you are a trustee in private trustee training, email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. We'll get you set up with that extra special private promotional code if you're interested. Yeah, you're. In the meantime, you know, even if you're not interested in the services, you know, shout out to Toran L for all his hard work, because, you know, I know he's been working hard. And with that being said, we'll be here next week. You know, the Foundation every single Wednesday here on High Frequency Radio Network. If you want to check out the archives, it's blogtalkradio.com/high frequency. And any show or episode that has the prefix the Foundation, that's us. You can check out the archives. We are on YouTube, on Instagram, we're on Twitter, as well as Facebook. There's a Facebook page. You can find all that at welcometothefoundation.com, or you can go to YouTube and type in the Foundation Sot L. Just do a search for that. Foundation Sot L, SOTEL, and it will come up. And with that being said, y'all have a great week. Y'all enjoy yourself. You know, enjoy yourself. You know, there's a lot of stress, a lot of crazy stuff going on, crazy energies in the world, in the country, in the neighborhood. But understand that everything is offer and acceptance. You know, you are being offered to partake in certain energies, negative, detrimental. You don't have to accept. You don't have to accept. Contract on a positive level. So, you know, focus on enjoying yourself, spend time with your family, focus on the things that bring you joy. And, you know, do the work. Doing the work produces the positive results that you desire. Remember the 3 B's? Believe that you can do it, begin to do it, and you will become what you believed you could be. But it takes consistency and dedication for you to become. Remember that. And, you deserve it. Tell yourself that you deserve it because you do, but you have to know that you deserve it. You deserve to have a better life. You deserve to make more fiat currency. You deserve to have a higher quality of life, quality of existence. You deserve it. And hopefully, trustfully, we here at the Foundation, in conjunction with all of our partners, including Toran L and Total 9, can assist you in achieving what you deserve. Because it's our pleasure. So with that being said, y'all enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Make sure you say 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight and every night, because it is important. Almost as important as you are. I love y'all. Take care of yourself. And I'll catch you next week here on the Foundation on High Frequency Radio Network. Peace to the God.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.